Cleveland. How about them Brownies, huh? Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Let's go. I said, here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's 1st and 10. So get on your feet and let the games begin. Here we go again.
Hey, welcome to the NFL Draft, Heart of Ohio Sports Watch Party. And already right off the rip, little late start for us here, Greggy, as we're getting things set up. But the Brownies, they were on top of it right off the rip. Already traded out of the number 2 pick as Cam Ward was just announced as the number 1 pick. Greg, do you think there was a chance that maybe they thought that Cam Ward might not have been the pick and they were waiting to see if maybe Tennessee might trade out of that pick? That's why they waited until the last minute?
Man, I tell you what, knowing the Cleveland Browns, I wouldn't put it past them that they just don't know who they want to pick at number 2 yet.
I think that's probably more likely what it is, yeah. But the Jags are going to trade up to 2 here. Who do you think they're targeting? Who do you think who do you think they want?
To be honest with you, Nate, I don't pay enough attention to the Jaguars to know what their needs really are right now. So I'm not sure what they're looking for.
I would be willing to bet it's Travis Hunter. They want to give Trevor Lawrence a weapon, and they think that picking up Travis Hunter is that X factor for them. Now, the Browns get a first-round pick this year, number 5. They get a second-round pick this year, which I think is like number 35 or 36, something like that. They'll come up here in just a second. I'll get all the full details, but a 4th-round pick and a first-round pick next year.
Wow.
So they get 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick to move back 3 spots, and they're probably still going to get one of the guys that they wanted on their board.
I mean,
because I guess they had their eyes on 4 guys that they wanted, and I think at pick number 5, you still got your pick of at least one of those guys.
Yeah, you got to think. Yeah, like you said, you probably got a handful of guys that you had on your mind, and you're like, hey, if we can get this out of that and still get one of our guys.
Chime in the comments. What do you think? Browns trade out of the number 2 pick. What's your comment? What's your reaction here, Browns fans? And if you're not a Browns fan, what do you think? Like, what do you think they just messed up by passing up Travis Hunter here? Or do you think that they think Travis Hunter might not be the... I've heard a lot of people say, you know, he's not the best receiver in the draft and he's not the best corner in the draft. So why take him number 2? I say if he presents both, if he can play both, that's a unicorn. And if he can do that at a high level, whether it's the best overall wide receiver in the draft or not, best overall corner, I don't know. Like I just kind of feel weird about them trading out of this pick. Now, question is, do they trade back again? Because maybe they're just punting on this draft.
You never know. You really never know with them, dude.
Browns get 5th overall pick, 2025, 2nd and 4th round picks from the Jags, and the 2026 first round pick. And they give up the 2nd overall pick, a 4th round pick this year, and a 6th round pick this year. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they just punted.
It's hard. Yeah. I mean, you wait and you wait and you wait for the draft day. You got the number 2 pick, so you're kind of salivating. I mean, oh man, number 2, yeah, you're gonna get somebody tasty. And then they pull that stuff, and now you're just waiting more.
Yeah. So the Browns now have 2 second-round picks at the top of the 2nd round. You got the 1st pick in the 2nd round, and I think the 3rd pick in the 2nd round. So you're probably, what do you think they're doing, Greg? You think they're loading up, maybe getting a quarterback in this draft, maybe later in the draft?
I mean, man, I'm really, really not an expert when it comes to second round. Like, I mean, I'm just the headlines guy. I follow what's happening at the beginning of the draft. So those guys that fall into the second round, every once in a while, there'll be a guy that I'll actually recognize a name that falls that late. But most of the time, man, it's anybody's guess as to me who's coming out of that second round, even at the beginning, because like it's still the second round, so it's still kind of like nobody pays that much attention until we get there.
That's very true. I think there's a lot of talent at the top of that second round, though. There's a lot of guys
I'll say the only year that I know
that they like.
I followed somebody past the first round was when they picked up Nick Chubb, and I was like, dude, no way.
That's kind of what this feels like a little bit. Like that draft, if you remember, they had, I think, the 33rd and the 34th pick, or the 34th and 35th, something like that. And they ended up picking, their first pick was Austin Corbett, and then they took Nick Chubb. And if you remember, Jim Brown announced that pick, which was pretty cool.
See, it says the pick is in for
Pick is
Jacksonville?
in for the Jags here. Who do we got? Who do we got? Like, it's got to be Hunter, right?
I forgot to do that when the pick's in.
Goodell on the stage for the second pick. He got booed pretty good in Green Bay. Good job, Green Bay.
Good job, Green Bay. What a mean guy.
Oh, they're announcing the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. That's cool.
Oh.
Any Cavs fans out there? How about Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year? Of course, everybody knows that if Wemby would have still been active, he would have taken that award home. But still, I mean, somebody had to win it. I'm glad he did.
Oh, Mobley.
Eric Armstead was the 2024 Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Who does he play for?
He was drafted by the 49ers. And I know he signed with the Jags, so that's probably why he's out there announcing this pick. He's probably like nervous as heck because he probably thought he was going fifth. And then they trade up to second. He's like, oh, wait, I got to go now?
Like, oh.
Now? Oh, man, what?
For real?
Cleveland Browns traded the second pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And with the second pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter.
Did they?
From Colorado.
Yep.
Came from Georgia, his hometown. His home state, I should say. And he's got to be feeling good. Going number 2 overall. Now, the question is, draft opens up now.
I was going to say, it must
What
be
do the
nice.
Giants do here?
Must be nice to, the Browns traded down, and then you kind of wonder, okay, so am I still going at 2 or not? And then, yeah.
I don't know.
No, you know what I'm saying for
Yeah.
for Hunter there, so it's like a little sigh of relief that you still won it too.
He probably didn't want to play in the cold anyway. I mean, I know Colorado's kind of cold, but not Cleveland cold.
Not Cleveland cold.
Probably breathed a huge sigh of relief when he heard the Jaguars traded up. He's like, okay, all right. You know, a lot of these guys don't want to play in Cleveland. It takes a special kind of player to want to play in Cleveland. Just saying.
Got the draft tracker up on the screen there with you there, Nate. Check it out. Pull it up for the fans to see.
How we feeling about this, Browns fans? You watched Travis Hunter get traded. You had your chance right there. All you got to do is walk up to the podium, hand the card in, and you had Travis Hunter.
Nate, did you ever hear from JaVale about whether he wanted a link or not?
He said...
I didn't know if he did the Zoom or not. If he did the Zoom or not.
He said, I asked if he wanted a Zoom or just call. He said, what's easier? Is it probably Zoom, right?
Yeah, because it's already all set up. Yeah, I just had to send him a link, and he should be able to join the meeting here.
So you got 2 first-round picks next year, and it's, I mean, you got a Jags first-round pick next year. So you're hoping, like, if you were any other fan in the NFL and you got a Browns first-round pick, you're like, ooh, okay, this could be a top 10 pick next year. I'm kind of thinking the same thing with the Jags right now.
So,
like, hey, this could be a top 10 pick next year.
So what you're saying is that you're hoping that Travis Hunter has a growing year of transitioning into the NFL for the Jaguars.
I'm just saying, I bet he still does well, and they have a lot of holes to fill. It's not like Travis Hunter's going to fill every hole that they have. That's a team that, I don't know, like, they're a lot farther away than the Browns are, I feel like. But what do I know? I'm a Browns fan.
Oh, okay. I had to get on my Facebook here because I'm not seeing people's comments on the computer. It's not linked up or whatever. So, checking out some of the comments here on Facebook. Curtis, like, what do you guys think about the trade? I don't know.
JaVale says he can't do it now.
Oh, JaVale.
Womp, 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 womp.
I can't believe I made you a name tag and everything. And made you a name tag and everything, JaVale.
I know. Greggy
Wow.
made you a name tag.
Wow.
Had you ready to go? I don't know.
You're gonna get demoted. It said fantasy focus commissioner. Now you're just gonna be Jabroni from Fantasy Focus.
Speaking of fantasy, where's my damn belt, Ryan? Ryan Hinkie? Yeah, I'm talking to you, dude.
Trying to hold on to it.
Where my belt?
Oh, it says the pick is in for the Giants.
Giants pick is in. This got to be Abdul Carter, right? Come on.
Dude, it's so weird seeing the Patriots at the top of the first round.
Isn't it, though?
See, I'll try to pull up something here where I can keep track of some of these comments.
Abdul Carter is the pick. I see it.
Yep.
Right there on NFL.com.
Edge from
It's
Penn
in.
State.
So they take the edge rusher from Penn State. And, you know, I think this is kind of how the top 3 were supposed to go, as everybody thought, as far as the players in the slots that they were going to go. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. That's what all of us had in our mock drafts.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of
We
a
all
consensus.
had Travis Hunter going number 2. Just, we had him going to the Browns. Ashton Genty going 5 to the Browns. Bet. Put money on it. Put money on it. Unless they trade back. If they trade back, and then who knows? I don't know what they're doing. But Browns could be setting themselves up to take a running back at number 5. And I don't like it because last time they took a running back this high, it was Trent Richardson. And we all know how that turned out. So I'm not saying Ashton Genty is Trent Richardson. I'm just saying the Browns have very bad luck with running backs in the first round. And I feel like hopefully, I'll tell you what, as a Buckeye fan, I think the best player to take at 5, if he's still there, is Mason Graham. That defensive tackle from Michigan, that dude's a monster. and he would instantly help that defensive line right away. Because they need defensive tackles. They don't have guys who can do what he does. He can stuff the run and he can rush the passer. And I know Jim Schwartz would love that. I know a lot of Browns fans are probably hoping they take Genty, but
I can't believe that Pat McAfee is trying to run against us with the draft spectacular with Mike McCarthy. Get out of here, Pat McAfee.
What's this?
I was on YouTube and I see Pat McAfee's 2025 draft spectacular with Mike McCarthy. Like, get out of here. We're doing a draft special. You don't get to do one. Trying to open up some videos to see if I can see
Abdul Carter
comments.
is the pick. Goes to the Giants. Now they put him on the other side of Kayvon Thibodeau.
Are we only streaming on Facebook, Nate?
Are we? We should be on YouTube.
Let me check here. Oh, yep, I see it now.
I was going to say, we should
my
be
bad.
on both.
My bad, I didn't see it there. YouTube always confuses me when I'm
So,
trying to get to it.
according to this, Patriots pick is in already, according to the NFL.com tracker that I'm watching here.
Yeah, well, no, not mine. Mine just says on the clock still. Wow, way to be behind, computer. Thanks a lot. Make me look like a fool.
Man. Browns trade off the opportunity to take two generational talents in Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter. In a top-heavy draft.
Interesting.
And here's the thing. If they were fielding calls all day about this pick and fielding calls all the way up to the draft, it just goes to show you the guy's coveted. People want this dude. Why don't the Browns want him? How come they don't want him, Greggy? How come they don't want him?
Tommy asked me what the passcode meeting or the meeting passcode is. I've never had that happen.
Password?
Meeting passcode. I never had that happen before. Let me try doing this. I'm going to try to send you another one, Tommy, if you're out there listening right now. See if this works. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Alright. I sended that.
Man.
Hopefully that works.
Shador Sanders, his draft room is empty. They're showing a shot of just an empty couch right now. I'm like, what is going on?
No, not that.
Come
shot.
on, production. What are you doing?
That's ouch.
Are they going to take a break? Get out of here. This is what I hate about the draft. It's just a long, drawn out, a bunch of. It's like, I get it. You know, they got to be sure. But if the pick is in and it's been in, what do you got to. Whatever. Got to pay bills, right, Greggy?
Well, they're probably like, yeah, that's probably like, they got an allotted time for TV, so they're like, well, we're getting too far ahead of schedule. We're not supposed to be 4 picks in yet. Hold on a minute.
We should have taken a break after the second pick. What are we doing here?
Why aren't these guys taking their time? Are they not thinking this through?
I just don't know what to say when there's commercials going on. You know, it's like, okay, this
Sometimes
is kind of boring.
Sometimes if I was like playing a game or something and the like TV was on and there was an ad playing or something, I would just start mocking what I thought the words were.
I can just barely hear what you said, Greggy.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize how far away I was from the mic. I said sometimes I'll be like playing a game or something, watching YouTube on the other TV, but it's like silent or something, and I'd be just like mocking the words that I thought the commercials were saying and stuff. Like, oh, come on down to Ben's Family Grill. Everybody's gonna have a good time. Get
That's a
something to
fun
eat."
game to play when you got a couple people in the room. Oh man, that's hilarious. What are we gonna do tomorrow, Greggy? We ain't got no cam op.
I don't know. Like you
Four
said
people know how to run camera, and all four of them can't do it tomorrow.
I said so far, like you said, the weather is looking like it ain't gonna matter anyways.
Well, I mean, I don't want to hope for rain though. I mean, I hope they get the game in, but at the same time, I hope we find a camera operator or at least figure out how to do it.
I think I see a Tommy Hall.
Uh-oh. Is that a Tommy?
Is that a Tommy Hall?
Are we going to bring him in on the very, very expensive, ultra expensive?
We gotta make sure we got him first.
Huh?
Do you hear us, Tommy?
Yeah.
All right, now that we
You're going
know
to have
that
to turn
he's
that speaker up, Greggy.
here. All right. Go ahead and talk, Tommy.
You got me?
I can still just barely hear it. Turn it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I got you, but Nate can't hear you, so I'm turning him up.
You're like, what?
You sound good though. Your mic's good.
What? Smells.
Just keep talking so I can see if Nate hears you.
She don't like being smelled by the dog.
Why is it so quiet?
I don't know. I have it all the way up here too.
Hello?
Yeah,
Maybe
I can hear
on
you. Hold on. a
road,
second.
is there
I
think
got
it's-
that all the way up. Let me check the.
I think it's the third knob, like number 3 knob on the Roadcaster.
Okay. Third one. Try that,
That's better. I can already hear you better.
Tommy.
Jesus. A tackle?
That's better.
There we go.
Is that who the
Tack-
Patriots are taking?
Tackle taken as the 4th pick.
Yeah. Will Campbell. That's my dude. That dude's going to be a monster.
I think they just took
It's like, what?
I think they just took the Browns pick off the board.
Your dad.
I don't know. Hard telling, Tommy. Oh, here we go. Oh, the very, very expensive Tommy Tron 5000. You look at you, Mark. Is that your favorite team?
The apparently not. It's called them the Arrows.
The
The Senecas.
Not the Ashland Arrows.
Seneca Arrows.
No.
That's what made me think of it.
I've fallen into an abyss.
You have
Yeah, I'm just like all
Yeah,
black
back.
screen behind me.
You just
you
hold
don't
on
have
a
a
second.
background. You got like
You
an
just
inside
hold on a
the
second now.
You got like an inside the actor studio thing going on.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Ooh.
Oh, I had a Uncle Touchy, and that's what got me into acting. And I need to break down a scene. I just channel that.
I don't remember that episode.
Hopefully, he didn't hear that.
Will Campbell, the arm length is it's an outlier. Outliers can be great. There's no question.
Browns are on the clock, Tommy. Are they going to pick or are they going to trade back?
Hey, you think this is some like Sonny Weaver shit?
Do I think this is what?
Some Sonny Weaver shit?
I'm just saying, like,
They already took advantage of the young Jacksonville general manager.
good Lord.
But I think
Ugh.
was testing that out.
New England just took the Browns pick.
Yeah, that
Now
was
the
my guy.
Browns
I
are
like him a
gonna have
lot.
to- I don't know. What do you think? It's Shador Sanders or I'm thinking Ashton Giante?
Yeah, I think Ashton Genty's the guy.
Oh no, that means they're gonna forget.
No, don't say that.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't you do it.
You know that's what's gonna happen. if they
No.
put here.
They're going to sign him.
They're gonna sign him.
They're signing him. Damn it.
Not signing them.
They are signing him. Why does that look so 3D, Greggy? I like that.
That's a good pickup by the New England Patriots.
Well, you got to get some protection for Drake May, and I think that's a great pick. The pick is in for the Browns.
Nate, did you say the pick is in for the Browns?
That's what it says on ESPN and here on NFL.com.
So let me ask you this, Nate. What is your pick?
My pick?
Oh yeah.
Who do I think they're going to pick?
Yeah, the pick's on. You're on the clock here.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Ashton Genty,
Oh,
running back, Boise State.
What's your Nate's right here? Tommy's over here laughing.
I'm just saying. If that's me making the pick right now, that's the best player on the board. I like Mason Graham. I think he'd be a good pick too.
So you get the 33rd pick and the 35th pick.
Yeah, and a 5th and a 1st round pick next year, and a 4th round pick this year. Fleeced him. Fleeced him. You move back 3 picks.
Wow.
You get your two-way player. You get to bring football back to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Stay with them.
I mean, he's a good fit. I think that's a great fit for them. And I mean, I didn't think he was a good fit in Cleveland. I just didn't. I think in cold weather, I just don't think he would have really been the same guy.
Hey,
And especially in the AFC North. Like in the AFC North, I don't think.
My bad. Get that out there. Sorry about that.
Anything girls flag.
Yeah, in the AFC North, I don't think he holds up over the long haul. He's a good fit though. When what is that? The AFC South? Yeah, he's a great fit down there. I mean, you got the Titans and the Colts and the Jaguars and that.
All right, here we go,
Come on.
boys. The pick is in.
All right, come on, Raj. Don't let me down.
Mason Graham. Fair warning. Apologies for that.
Yeah.
Mason Graham. Mason Graham. That's who it is. They take Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan. That's a good pick, honestly, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his.
He's the most pro-ready defensive lineman in this. I mean, he's all man and a yard wide, right, Tommy?
Yeah, you like a guy that can stick his feet in the ground and move still. You see him in his slip-proof Skechers pitching shoes.
6'3", 296 pounds.
Because I swear to God, when I watched that film, I thought I was watching a documentary of my life. And you can see that knowledge the writer was.
As far as production, he was the #1 defensive tackle in the class.
The only difference is in that movie, the boy appeared at
24 bench press reps.
my son didn't have that match. His safe behavior was the same with everybody.
This is your guy, Cleveland.
A message from John that says, passed on Gente for Graham. Come on.
Well, John's all offense. John's the offense guy. And I'm just going to say this. The Browns are like 2 years removed from having the #1 defense in the NFL. So the closer you can get back to that, the better off your chances are at being a competitive team again. You need a defense to compete in the AFC. The Bengals are going to have to score 60 points a game with how much money they gave Burrow, Chase, and Higgins. So the Browns just loaded up on the defensive line, and look what Philly did. Philly loaded up on the defensive line. They load up on the defensive side. And what happened? Produces results. They go to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm a Browns fan that's mad that they didn't take Ashton Genty. Let me just tell you this. This is a very deep running back class. There are a lot of very talented running backs in this class. I like Ashton Genty a lot, but I will say Quinshon Judkins was my favorite running back in this draft as far as his fit for the Kevin Stefanski scheme, that wide zone scheme. He's an every down back. I think he'll still be there at 33. That would be my guy. And you fill 2 holes there. And then you still got 35. But it's gonna be a long time before they're on the clock again.
Well, just know this: you can fill 2 holes. It still don't mean that you're gonna love it.
All right. Hey, Greggy, joining the party.
Try to give everybody a little taste. What'd you say?
Just some other old guy.
Oh.
Speaking of old guys, and I like to welcome Greggy, but also I seen that
Your draft board's way behind there, Greggy.
What the heck, man?
I seen that Greggy and his family were able to watch tonight's draft. They were airing it for free on Tubi. So they all could enjoy.
That's a true story.
Oh, it's horrible.
Enjoyment for the whole family.
The thing is, though, is they got like the Zach and Dom covering the draft on their channel rather than ESPN.
It's crazy though. This is how I expected the top 5 picks to go when we started doing these mock drafts a while ago. Like when I wanted to do an entire first round mock draft, this is the top 5 picks went exactly how I thought they'd go. I just didn't expect the Browns to trade back.
Now we're looking better.
Bean.
No.
Nate's like, I didn't watch WrestleMania. I'm not doing this with you guys.
And they talked about how this isn't your traditional draft or your traditional NFL with so many young general managers and all these guys willing to make risky moves like you're seeing right at the top with the Browns and the Jaguars. So I still expect a lot of things to transpire. There you go.
What's transpiring now?
Raiders pick is in.
Yeah, he's gonna be nasty as a Raider, dog.
You think that's who they're
Yeah.
taking?
Huh?
You think that's who they're taking?
That is who they just took.
Ashton Genty.
Hey, why don't you just stop
Off
being
the
ahead
board.
of us then? Mr. Close to Columbus not watching on Tubi?
Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know.
Not watching on Tubi.
Sorry, I don't think they're ever going to be a sponsor now.
Damn it. Well,
And now,
time will tell with this draft.
don't forget to catch our next broadcast exclusively on Tubi.
God, I can't believe anybody would watch this broadcast on Tubi. What an awful network. And now a word from our sponsor, Tubi. Oh!
Tubi.
I still feel like you're less than enthused about the draft pick.
Oh, yeah, very much so. I wanted him to take Travis Hunter. That was my guy. I wanted him to take him at 2. I like the electricity. I like the big play potential. I like the potential of him being a unicorn.
He's truly going to be a generational talent.
Yeah. And I would have even liked them taking Abdul Carter if they stayed at 2. What are you doing, Greg?
Looking at Tommy.
Now, if your play was defense from the get-go and you just wanted to
What are you doing?
stockpile some draft picks, were you hoping Abdul was still there? Do you think that was the original consensus and Graham was your backup?
Yeah.
Autogram?
I don't think they thought Carter was going to be there at 5. And I don't think they thought Campbell was going to be there either. I think they really liked Mason Graham. I heard that actually it was a couple months ago when I was listening to a Browns morning show. They had a draft expert on and he was talking about after the combine how much the Browns really they met with Mason Graham and they really liked his what he could bring to the defense. So I don't know.
Mason Graham's name and picture looks like a kid that goes to Heidelberg.
Stop. You ever watch a kid play football though? He's a monster.
What, Zach Dillon Jr.?
Was that Dylan Jr.?
They're both Michigan.
No, he
men.
didn't tear both ACLs on the same play.
Oh my god. What kind of dump does that?
What is he, the Vince McMahon of tearing both his quads at the same time? Vince McMahon sliding there. I just see Zach sliding on the field and he can't get up.
What do you do? Get out of stance?
What do you do? Get out of a stance?
They compared Ashton Genty to Emmitt Smith. Man, you're going to talk about lofty expectations. That's the NFL career rushing leader.
Good Lord. Yeah, like the Raiders.
I feel like the girl left at the prom or like a wallflower, because in your traditional Cleveland drafts, you're like thinking game changers, game changers, game changers. And Mason Graham is that, but you look around so far in the draft and everyone's getting just some hot dates.
Well, especially because Tommy, last year, I think you and I and everybody would agree the defense wasn't exactly the biggest hole on that team. You definitely needed to improve the offensive side of the ball with this draft. You had the number 2 pick in the NFL, and you decided to punt, go to 5, and say, no, we don't need a running back. We don't need a wide receiver. We'll take a defensive guy.
How do you think Miles feels right now?
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, he doesn't matter. He's just sleeping on piles of cash.
Yeah, he loves it because it's a guy that takes pressure off of him.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Because, if they're going to double team Miles, that means Mason Graham's getting single teamed. And that dude's a monster on the inside. So, I don't know.
That Schwartz defense is going to be tasty if they get all that put together. Definitely.
Yeah.
Where are we at in the draft now?
So we are at pick 7. Jets pick is in, it says, according to this NFL.com here.
Now, they'll fly the pick in to have a 15-second conversation that could have been an email. And then they'll tell them to report for camp. What do you think about that falling out with them and Rod? It's just, it shows. I'm not going to go and give Rodgers the gawk, but it just shows you how inept that front office is in New York, or how not on the same page the coaches and the general manager and the owners are, because it just seems like you hear different stories out of that fucking place every day.
I know.
It's ever good.
I don't know. It's kind of a joke at this point with the Jets, because you wanted that guy. You traded for him. And I get it. The Browns did the same with Watson. They're throwing him away like yesterday's garbage. But, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is a surefire Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. And to show that kind of disrespect where you're going to say, hey, come here to New York, come visit us for a 20-second meeting to say, nah, we're going another way.
Hey, he still had over 3,500 yards this season.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a different league now.
Welcome Joe Flacco with that $3 million contract. I also would have welcomed Aaron Rodgers with open arms for sure too.
I think every Browns fan would have. I think honestly, if you wouldn't have, you're kidding yourselves. You would have eventually been able to talk yourself into it if he would have signed with the Browns. What do you think of the rumor that the Browns are still in play for Kirk Cousins?
Yeah. I just seen that rumor.
No.
It makes sense because
You don't think that's a better than nothing situation?
No, I don't. I really don't. He fell off so hard this year. He started out okay, and then if everybody remembers, he went 6 straight games with an interception and through pick sixes, I think, in multiple games before they benched him. Guys, he's washed.
Whoa.
It's Kirk Cousins.
Whoa.
I don't know. Now watch they trade for him. Just announced the Browns are in talks with. So who do you think the Jets take here, Tommy?
I think they're going to take an offensive tackle out of Missouri.
That Membu?
Yep.
I don't know.
There's your pick.
There he is. Armand Membu from Missouri. Another Mekhi Becton. Jets are constantly trying to get that right. They constantly they are constantly drafting some guy to play left tackle that I don't know. It just feels like that's like a turnstile position for them.
Look at that. Panthers are already in, it says.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember just sitting in a dog shit Buffalo Wild Wings for 3.5 hours waiting for them to end, and now it's just
remember having to choke down that frozen food? Act like it was good.
Flesh never frozen.
Never fresh.
It's just nothing's had more of a drop off than that brand of particular chicken wings.
Yes. Just awful.
I mean,
I
tell
can't
me
even-
when I'm telling lies.
Honestly, the last time I had chicken from there, I could not even tell if it was chicken.
Now I did see there was a new chicken joint coming to Northwest Ohio called Lane's Chicken.
Lane's Chicken, huh?
Yeah, Lane's Chicken Fingers and Fries. And I'm like, what about Cane's Chicken?
But
But
they only got one sauce too. That's the one thing I hate about Cane's. Like, all right, I get it. Your sauce is good. It is. I like their sauce, but they should have more options than just one sauce. Come on, man. Like, seriously.
What
You can't even have like
one sauce?
honey mustard or something like ranch, barbecue.
Oh no,
like,
no.
Just some
The one-
regular ass sauces.
Oh, no.
I thought you meant they were
No,
giving
no.
you
Listen,
one
no.
sauce, one thing of the cane
No,
sauce.
they got
No way.
one flavor. Like, that's it.
No.
And you got literally 5 things you can get there: chicken fingers, fries, and coleslaw and bread.
Yeah, if you don't want the cane sauce, go fuck yourself.
That place is falling off too, Tommy. I'm just telling you.
I just can't believe an entire.
The first time you took me
restaurant-
there, them chicken fingers was almost as big as my damn hand.
I can't believe an entire
And
restaurant
now they're like as
chain
big as my finger.
can survive off of one sauce and 4 items.
Oh, bro, the cost of the big old combo, that's went up almost double since the first time you ever had it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Things like
That 4-finger box
18,
is like
You want to talk about
twice.
You want to
Twice
talk
as
about
much.
chicken? Need remember Tommy the good old days of Wings Over Columbus? 4 a.m. chicken delivery.
anywhere
Oh,
there's
so
a wings over, that still slaps.
good. It's so good. It's so good.
They have those available in like bowling. It's an Ohio.
Wings
staple.
over is good shit.
It's like, oh, you want to order wings that's named after like a hangar or something, or a jet or airplane or something like that.
The Zeppelin, which is like a big ass
Oh yeah.
flight of wings.
I remember the first time we ever had that. Tommy's like, dude, you can get food all the way to like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm like, shut up. He's like, yeah, down here in Columbus, yeah, man.
I got me some wings from Fort Ball the other day that was
food, 4 in the
smacking.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
I seen you going in there after the baseball game.
Yeah, they was smacking.
It's a different world pre-COVID.
Completely different.
True
Everything's twice as expensive as it was before COVID. Like literally everything.
I couldn't imagine ordering wings at 4 in the morning.
Except TVs.
4 in the morning, but
What the hell's up with TVs? Like, tell me that. Why?
Well, we know why. We already talked about this. You know why?
Because they want everybody to be just in front of a TV.
You can't buy apps or pay for subscriptions or all that nonsense if you don't have access to a TV.
Yep.
So they want to make TVs very affordable, easy access for everybody to have a nice TV, a nice smart TV. so they can get y'all to buy your Disney Pluses and your Hulus and your HBOs and all that good stuff. They know what they're doing. They ain't stupid. They're gonna lower the price of TVs and make the money off the apps. Like that's all that matters. Just to get everybody on that stuff and subscribe to it. Speaking of Tommy, you need to go on vacation again soon.
Oh yeah.
He always takes
Shoo.
him forever to get that joke.
Hey, it's warm.
Yeah, I have probably over $200 worth of subscriptions, and I think I got like 3 Hulu accounts, and
Ah.
2 Netflix. What
You're
they
one of
do
those
is
guys.
they couple it with your other bills, so it's like, hey, with your phone plan, you get Netflix. You're like, oh, okay, and then you like somehow subscribe to Netflix on your own somewhere else. So we just like in a roundabout way just went back to getting dicked by cable because you have to pay for the apps.
Pretty much.
Think about this, Tommy. At least we didn't spend money to go to the Brown Stadium for a Journey concert to watch them trade down and take a defensive tackle.
No, stop.
They had a Journey concert so they could trade down and take a defensive tackle. What are we doing?
Don't stop
Tackles what I'm feeling.
believing.
I bet Jimmy was like, wait, we're trading? Wait. I paid all this money for this band and we got the stadium open and we're going to trade down? Who we taking? A defensive tackle? Wait, no. How's he going to sell tickets? Ah.
That was a long ass commercial break because the pick's been in for like 4 minutes.
Dude, I know. I don't know what's going on. I bet it's Tyler Warren here. Or Jalen Walker. That'd be a good one for them.
I just heard it come through Tommy's mic, but I didn't hear what he said. I just heard him say, "Our
It's
Carolina
full of
Panthers select."
Arizona wide receiver.
Oh, Tet McMillan. Got to get Bryce some weapons. I just don't think this guy's that good, man. Like, he is at times a game changer,
His
but
name's
like
Tetrius.
a Tetaroa.
I don't know. Oh yeah, that's an A. I can't see it from here. I was looking at it real small. I thought it said Tetrios.
Tetaroa.
Tommy just
McMillan.
disappeared. Oh my goodness, he's invisible now.
I think he can thank Puka Nakua for going this high in the draft because, like, he's a big body. He can catch the ball in traffic. I just don't think his talent is that much better in the NFL than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's a game breaker wide receiver in the NFL. He doesn't have like top end speed. All right. Saints are on the clock and their pick is in because the Panthers took, I mean, swear to God, they took like a half hour for that pick. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was in forever ago.
Like they were on the clock for like 20 minutes. They say these picks are like 10 minutes in between, and it's like, it's getting ridiculous with these damn commercials. You don't have to take a commercial after every pick now.
How you gonna know which brand new car to not be able to buy?
Ugh. Ain't nobody got money for cars right now. Get out of here.
I'm bleed.
See what I mean? He's a big body, but I just don't feel like his talent is like a game breaker talent. Like, I don't know.
You think he went too early?
Well, McShay had him going like 50th on his board. He must be good at TikTok dances or something. Where'd Tommy go?
I think he stepped away for a second.
They pull a Batman.
It sounded like they might be having. Sounded like he might be having dinner or something right now.
Why don't we take a little break, Greggy? What do you think?
Let me
Take
see.
the dog out.
Oh, he's taking the dog out. Okay.
Why don't we take a little break?
You want to take a break? All right.
Yeah, let's take a little fiver here. 5 or 10er, something like that.
All right.
We'll take a step aside. We'll be back. You're watching the NFL Draft Watch Party right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. All right, and we're back. And had a couple picks while we've been gone. Tommy left the war room. He's got to go talk to Jimmy for a little bit. I think they're discussing some more draft plans here, but
Talking to Jimmy, I thought you got to talk to John.
dropping off the kids at the Super Bowl. So while we were gone, the Saints made their pick. They chose Kelvin Banks, tackle from Texas. And then the Bears pick Colston Loveland, tight end from Michigan. That one's kind of a surprise to me. I guess, Loveland's a little bit more athletic than Warren, so I guess I can see the potential there. But Warren has production, and I just feel like that kid's, I don't know. Loveland's good. He's going to be a good tight end. He's going to be a great tight end in the NFL. There's nothing, I'm not saying anything against that kid. He's going to be great. But Tyler Warren felt like a sure thing there at 10, and now I'm wondering, I wonder where tight ends are going to slot in this draft. Because I thought he was the top one. Mackey Award winner, top tight end in college football. But I guess when you're Colston Loveland, you really didn't have anybody to throw you the ball last year, so. Niners on the clock next. Greggy, this is your second favorite team, right?
That's right. Love me some Niners.
Go Niners.
The Niners were there for me when they took my team away from me.
I was a Titans fan when they took my team from me.
When they took my team from me?
I rooted for the Titans because of Eddie George.
It was a pivotal time in little Greggy's life when he first became a NFL fan, and he looked to the NFL for his favorite team, and there was no Cleveland Browns. And I said, "No, what am I supposed to do?" And I said, "Jerry Rice." All right.
I was a Brett Favre and Packers fan after the Browns left.
Oh yeah, that's a true story. Man, I was a mark for anybody that was good, really. I used to have Reggie White jersey, Brett Favre jersey.
I don't give a damn what's happened. For forever, dog. The greatest.
Greatest of all time.
It's the best of all time.
Best of all time.
Plus, he
Best
dated
of all
Mary.
time.
He dated Mary, and he never said any of those things about Warren.
Mary, you know I never say anything about any of those things about Warren. I love that movie so much.
Greg, is there any way you can turn you guys up just a little bit?
Brett Favre. Is that any better? 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 No.
There's better. That's better.
I'm
There
probably
we go.
going to slide to 21.
That's so much better. Hell yeah.
Okay. My elbow.
Or did you bang your elbow?
I just was on the edge of the table and just kind of rolled off of it.
Ugh.
They're going to show a graphic in a moment about the current starting QBs being the team selections 11 through 20. That list pretty much has a who's who of quarterbacks, probably about 15. This should be on your screen any moment.
You watching ESPN?
Watching the EFP.
Yep.
I watch it in conjunction with my Heart of Ohio Sports. If you want the greatest local,
So, yeah, I don't think any of those teams would be willing to take Shedeur Sanders.
I think the Steelers would.
Oh yeah, I know they would. I think Mike
And I
Tomlin
think
really
that
likes
somebody's
Shedeur
going to try to
Sanders.
jump the Steelers to try to smooth Peyton, Sean Payton, and trade him down. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Broncos, I've heard, are willing to trade out of the first round for the right package. But you can't give up a first rounder next year for it. You can't. You just can't.
I got the right package for John Elway, horse teeth, and that fucking organization.
Horse mouth mother.
The total package.
Total package.
I was gonna say something really messed up right after that, but I won't touch it.
Yeah, this ain't the roast to WrestleMania. You better just calm down.
Don't you be talking about Jim Kelly now.
Can't be letting the leaked audio get out from this.
We all know why Jim Kelly was late, Tommy.
Hey, as long as that PlayStation chat never leaks, we'll always be good. Just Michael Williams. I keep forgetting you guys are behind. God damn, that's a
Michael Williams, Edge from Georgia, is the pick.
Georgia.
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 why you always gotta do that?
Oh,
I'm autistic or something. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know why I do the things I do.
I could have swore I heard him say that he was autistic.
That is what I said. Yes, that is what I said. I said I'm autistic. What do you want from me? I can't control what I do. Tommy said, I could have swore I heard him say he was autistic.
So Michael Williams goes to the Niners. Edge from Georgia. So the Niners pair him up with Nick Bosa. Got a pair of pretty dominating pass rushers there.
Dangerous.
Greggy thinks that they're not going to get along, or is that Joey Bosa?
Tommy, do you have a scratch on your face from the cat?
Yes.
I'm like, what is this on the screen that I see?
You
I'm
wanna know
wait a
how I
minute,
got
it's on
these
the
scars?
screen.
You were a witness to it. Remember, he had bit him.
Oh yeah, that was earlier today when we were playing baseball for the first
I
time.
mean, nothing happened to a cat.
Oh.
It's funny.
Tommy's poor cat, he'd be on PlayStation chat and you just hear him go, "Oh, you jerk," and then you hear.
That was him getting caught up in his play toy that I threw to him.
Cowboys already got the pick in. Who do you think they're taking here? I think it's Omarion Hampton. I think it's the kid from North Carolina.
That'd be a good.
So the Dallas Cowboys selection is in.
I would like that. Even though even though we grew up in the 49ers Dallas era, Greg always loved the 49ers, and I did too. But somewhere in me, I don't know, I've always kind of had an affinity for the Cowboys. I don't dislike them.
Terrible person.
Oh, you were a Cowboys fan too, so you're just a front runner.
Who?
You.
I was never a Cowboys fan. Nope.
No, you were a Bulls fan. That's what it was.
I wasn't a.
You were a Bulls fan.
I wasn't a Cowboys fan, but I sure was an Emmitt Smith fan.
And a Cleveland
Bulls
Indians
fan, Cowboys fan.
No, not Cowboys fans.
Well, who'd you say? Who'd you just say? You
I'm
said you
a
just
Green
always
Bay
had an affinity
Packers
for the
fan.
Cowboys, right?
He just tried to sneak it in there that he has an affinity for them or something like that. Not that I'm a fan of theirs. I'm just saying, if they win a Super Bowl anytime soon, I've always liked them.
Yeah.
So they take a guard from Alabama with their pick here.
It's just like I
A
told
lot
you.
of offensive linemen going early here.
Yeah. Now that Ozempic's on the market, fat people don't exist.
I don't know about that.
They gotta get while they get it's good.
Stop.
Not to say he's fat. I'm just saying, like, big boys. They're gonna become a thing of the past. Especially when they get rid of the Seagulls.
Oh no, not RFK. RFK is not making an appearance today.
Yeah, it's my first NFL draft.
6'4" and 321.
You know who my favorite NFL player is? They die.
We made it 12 picks in before we got to RFK.
Who did you say was your favorite? My father.
Stop it.
He used to love the football games. Who did you like to watch, Tommy?
They're going to put you on the registry, Greggy.
The registry for what? Awesome people?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
awesome something.
I can't make it up. I was trying to put autism and awesome
The
together. It's not
registry
working.
of spectrum.
Awesome. The register on the spectrum. I never signed up for it. So I'm
Not
not registered
funny.
on the spectrum. I'm just signed up for it.
They're a very, very good internet company.
That's what I'm talking about.
That spectrum.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, there's a small child next to you.
Ah!
It looked like a ghost. He believes in ghosts.
No.
Oh no, don't bring that back. The ghost from last episode.
Oh, he's lucky he's not here tonight.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Tyler Booker. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
I was gonna use that blanket.
You go
Dolphins
to
on the clock here.
the Warriors. I go to the Booker T from WWE.
Michelle, you my purse. Give me my purse. Okay. Well, stop with the blanket. Just give me my purse. It's out there on the floor.
Oh, geez, oh, Pete.
Oh, excuse me. What is taking the Dolphins so long?
Who knows?
I'm on the clock.
Cowboys having a party on the stage. Probably that's half of it. These dudes bringing key lights out on the stage, dude. Do you see these things? Like them giant square lights. Like,
Oh my God.
bro, there is enough lighting on the stage, man. You're fine. I promise you. They prepared for this moment. You're good.
You don't need to open it.
Oh, Dolphins trading out here.
A decision.
Dolphins
say, Tommy?
trade.
I didn't hear what your Tommy said.
What'd you say, Tommy?
So the Dolphins have still not made a decision.
I think you're gonna trade.
Oh, it says the pick is in on my screen.
Pick is in.
Oh,
Well,
there it is.
I can't help it that it fucking said that after it left my mouth. Well, what do you mean? The pick's in. It's like it happened like right after this.
Nate, what a fantastic mug you're drinking out of there. Could folks get one of their own?
They sure can. If anybody wants one, you can just have one. I got plenty of them. So.
No, you have to answer my riddles 3. Tommy's like, what are you guys doing over there?
Everyone is distracting me in this draft.
Listen, I have to
I
distract
keep my water
because,
nice and cold.
because it's not like this draft is super exciting. So
It is. Yeah, this is a snooze fest.
What, the draft?
yes,
Yeah.
because we really love the Browns.
Well, and it's like they say 10 picks or 10 minutes in between each pick, but good Lord, they're taking like 15 to 20 minutes on some of these picks.
Between the wife and the dog fighting over the dog laying on clean linen, I can't win that.
I was like, the dog doing what? And then I heard what you said. Poor Roxy. Brooke
I don't know.
Brooke doesn't want
Well,
the Roxy.
that was one of the reasons why we took a break, is because my 40-pound Deshaun is on a diet and it guilted me into feeding her some more, so I gave her some food.
Nate, have you ever seen Tommy's wiener dog?
Your wiener dog? Yeah.
It's the fattest dog.
It's a fat dog.
I love it.
You
so
brought it in here.
Oh yeah, he did bring it in here. One time. I
Like,
forgot.
could barely breathe.
She looks like
You took it on a little walk and you brought it back in, and it was like,
she don't look like a wiener. She don't look like a wiener dog. She looks like a corn dog.
little corn dog.
She does look like a corn dog with those stubs.
I'm gonna say the Dolphins take Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan.
I don't believe it.
They need a corner because they're about to trade Jalen Ramsey. That'd be my pick if I was the Dolphins.
Oh, Tommy's pointing at his WrestleMania ring.
Huh?
Tommy's got this old Hasbro ring. That's what it is. Old WWF ring. And he keeps it above his TV. And he points at it like the WrestleMania sign. He just like. Just makes you look at it. It reminds me of the time that my dad got a new set of tools for Christmas. He said, "Boy, come out here in the garage. Take a look at this." I said, "Yeah." He said, "See them tools over there?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Don't look at them."
Don't you look at him.
Don't look at them. Don't touch them. Don't mess with them.
Kevin Stefanski going live to address the pick for Mason Graham.
What's he gonna say?
What?
Well, we're really excited about
What,
Mason. We think he's gonna be
The Journey concert ended.
bring
so
a
now
lot
he
of
can talk-
energy to the team. And what'd you say,
I
Greggy?
said the Journey concert ended, so now he can come out and talk.
Uh huh.
Who did we pick? Oh, Mason. Yeah, he's a great pick.
Who did we take?
I was too busy getting wasted at the Journey concert.
Well, I mean, he was hanging out in his basement the last time, the only time they got a playoff win in his tenure.
That's all Tommy's fault. It's all Tommy's fault for not believing in Baker.
That's exactly what it was. It's all Tommy's fault.
Kenneth Grant.
Kenneth Grant. Holy sh!
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I knew it was a guy from Michigan, but I didn't think it was going to be a defensive tackle.
The same team get drafted within the top 20.
Yeah, I think 30 on a big board. I think you look at some fluctuation in both weight and it gets a little heavy. And I thought we had endurance.
Speaking of Marks, he got both of his own jerseys hung up and signed in his house.
That's great ways to be a guy in the quarterback throw the football. If he can break up passes, he can be disruptive.
Hello.
He showed that as well as facing Graham did at Michigan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
I don't know. I was texting and Nate's distracted by something.
Man, between my scar across my face.
Pick is in.
NFL.com had him as like the 60th ranked player on their board.
You say you look like a Bond villain?
Yes.
Tommy, it looks like you have a talk box.
Welcome to the NFL draft.
It's coming right for us.
No, always die from tobacco.
Man,
Sometimes you just lose a lung
just get out of here, 97 Kane.
and you won't sing worth a heck with a big hole in your neck.
Listen, they put that out as a real commercial.
No, you don't. Always die
From tobacco.
I won't say what Chris used to call those things.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Called
I
him a
don't know.
cancer
Nope,
kazoo?
Nope. Nope.
I don't think it could be any worse than what they call them in England.
Nope.
Hello?
Nope.
Beep,
Nope.
beep,
I'm looking for it. There it is.
beep.
Oh, you know what they call those things? They call those the.
Yep.
What a difference a year makes, right? Last year,
What a difference a year makes.
That's a good drink of undisclosed beverage.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, this dude's big. Big boy.
Well,
6'4", 330.
it's the big boy.
Well, he's a big show. Well, he's a big boy.
Oh,
Have they given up on Richardson like Richardson's given up, or are they gonna? What are the Colts going for here?
Oh, they're not giving up on Richardson.
You don't know that.
you don't know that.
I'm just saying, like, they're not going to take a quarterback here.
Tight end.
Ooh, I like
Tyler
that.
Warren.
Well, I don't like that.
Nate,
but
is
I
that
guess-
the one you said you thought would have went earlier?
Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he would have went a long time ago.
Grandpa Joe's asleep there.
Who is?
No, I'm looking through who's still left on the board.
I'm talking about actual Grandpa Joe. Mr. Warren, Tyler Warren the first.
That's a good pick for the Colts right there. Last time they had a good tight end, it was like Dallas
Tyler-
Clark.
Tyler Warren senior.
Tyler Warren, the 33rd.
That's a long line of Warrens. I was gonna come out and say it. As many people that complained, I loved
let me
every
get the
minute
censor
of the
button ready.
college football playoff.
Yeah, look at this kid though. Look how big this dude. 6'5", 260, like 256.
Yeah.
This dude reminds me of Gronk.
Baby
What I
girl.
like about the college football playoff format is it does give you a better look at some of the top teams in the nations that you ordinarily don't get to take a glimpse at. And Tyler Warren, he's like I said, a lot of these games I've actually got to watch and see him in action.
This past year, man, and he is, and then on top of it, he's so smart. The ways in which they use him, I mean, in Indianapolis, it's like
Yeah, he's
we can put this guy just
something else, man. He does some
Yep.
special things with the ball in his hand.
First of all, you're right. I mean, he fell right to it. How cool is that?
It's crazy how line heavy this draft's been throughout the first 15 picks.
That's what
Tight
Nate
ends,
said
defensive
before.
line,
Nate said that
offensive
before
line.
we took a break.
I just
Outside of that, we've had one quarterback and one wide receiver and one two-way player as well.
yeah, and a running back.
That's true. Well, if you
Yeah.
set him out blocking, then he's
Teams
part
are
of the-
starting to realize you build in the trenches.
Congratulations, guys. You produced a first-round pick in the
I mean, look at Philadelphia, man.
Green Bay in just a moment.
Yeah, it's all about time of release in the NFL anymore. It really is. How long you hold on to the ball, how fast you're releasing it, whether you have that half of a second. To me, a lot of these teams in these quick scenarios, they get the ball out of their hands out within 2 seconds, and it gets them maybe a yard or two or behind the sticks or at the sticks. But if you can get past that 2-second mark, to me, I feel like that's kind of like the key is right after that being able to get the ball out and being able to hold it for that long. You can do that behind some big Mahoskers that are really, like you said, really build from the trenches.
Big Mahoskas. I like that.
The old hog mouthies.
There's still some really big talent left on the board. My screen keeps freezing up, Greggy.
Your screen is?
Well, it's just me specifically. It's like you guys stay, but like I'm freezing up for some reason every once in a while. It's like
Oh, I haven't even noticed that.
I've noticed it a couple times.
Your AOL's acting up.
Who knows?
Another disc in.
What are you talking about now?
Pay for some bandwidth.
What?
Got our America Online pre-trial disc.
AOL.
Oh no, we ran out of minutes.
Had to go over to grandma's and steal hers.
Oh no.
What is it?
She's not gonna use it.
She's already in bed. She ain't using it.
She don't even have a computer.
Check out the new whip. Fully custom.
Grandma's went from not having computers to hot.
The hot. Well, I feel
Who do
like
you
I feel like the average age of grandmothers has probably drastically decreased over the years.
Only grands.
Only grand.
Who do you think the Falcons take here, Tommy?
How dare you not so?
What'd you say?
You guys are
He
ridiculous.
said, "Who do you think the Falcons take here?" He doesn't want to talk about only grands.
Nope, we're not. We're done. It's a draft special, damn it.
I think they take Kyle Schmitz, the CEO and founder of Only Grants.
Schmitz.
He's already been in the draft.
You would know the CEO and founder of Only
Of Only Grants. Yeah, it is
I
he.
was only fan.
It is he. I am him.
You gave them the loan. All right, enough only grands.
You never have enough Only Grants.
I think they go with Will Johnson, the Atlanta Falcons. They have so many needs. That's not a fair question to ask me in the middle
Atlanta
of
Falcons.
banter. What do you think?
Nate was just looking for any exit ramp off of Only Grants.
That's right. Just trying to get out of
He
that.
was like, "Who's the next team up? Falcons." Tommy, what do you think about that?
Well, I think they're going to follow trends, and they might take that tackle out of Ohio State.
Uh-oh.
No, I think Jalen Walker would be a nice pick here for him.
Let's go down.
I heard the TV go, "Walker is still," right after you said that.
He's a Georgia kid. They're Atlanta. Be a good fit. Man, they're taking this all the way down. There's a minute left on the clock. Is Atlanta going to get skipped? I can't make a pick. I don't know. Last time that happened, I think, was the Vikings.
Yep.
They got skipped like twice because they couldn't make a pick. They didn't know who they wanted to pick. Pick is in. We'll see.
Greggy doesn't like any Walker.
Shut up.
Why are they making such a big deal out of Shador sliding in the draft right now? Because, like, I think a lot of people after the
That's my
combine
boy.
kind of had a grade on him about mid-first round,
You don't talk
maybe
about
late first round.
My boy's a first rounder. He wouldn't go with
That
me.
guy's so annoyed that the cameraman was there when I was standing by the fire.
One of the things that makes this place so respect. Orlando Field, which will this season be hosting the 69th consecutive season of Packers football
Who do you think those jabroni Bengals are going to take?
in the stadium in the National Football League.
Are they going to come out and say who they picked or what?
Extraordinary event. So the Atlanta Falcons again, a team that has struggled on defense.
Cardinals will be up next.
That has used all of its a lot of time so far.
If I'm Cam Ward, I'm going to text Shador and be like, you up?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got to rub it in because they had a lot of that back and forth
Ouch.
in the draft process.
Mason Graham, the Cleveland Brown.
Mason Graham, you going out and get your jersey, Tommy? 55.
Yep, they picked Walker.
Weren't you like 56 at one point?
No.
No,
76. And
76.
52 in college.
52.
52.
Yeah.
Well, there he is. That's a name we expected to hear earlier. He won the Buckets Award.
I'm surprised you didn't get your Mike Hall jersey last year.
Yeah.
For the Bulldogs as they won the SEC, he was a 5-star and a Gatorade Player of the Year coming out of high school in North Carolina. Carolina took Central McMillan. Did they
Falcons pick is
I was
in. Here
going to
comes
make a bad
Raj.
joke there too, but
Who do you think? I mean, come on. Did I call this or did I call this? Like, come on.
Nate runs a tight ship around here.
Why?
I said I was gonna make my Mike Hall comments and decided against it.
Nope.
Nate needs a dump button. He's vulnerable out there in the studio.
So I'm the only one that can do this. Boom.
Beep.
Now you say nothing.
You got nothing.
There you go.
And then Greggy proceeded to be a
Whoa,
denier
whoa.
of the set of
You better shut up.
It does not matter. Heavy hand, and at an undersized rusher to his feet, he reminds me of James Harrison. I'm not concerned about this, but
James Harrison.
Jalen Walker
6'1", play outside linebacker for the Steelers.
goes to the Falcons.
Would you stop?
From Georgia to
I know you're
Georgia.
just mouthing words and you're not making noise. I can hear it. I can hear your TV in the background, idiot.
Who the Cardinals taking,
I can
Tommy?
hear his TV going off and he's going.
He has played so hard
Damn it.
through his core with his hand, and he never gives up.
God.
Effort sack is something that they're not effort sacks to him. They're just
Willie Johnson.
the way he plays. It'll be interesting to see what Raheem Morris does with him and where he plays, because he does play all over the place.
Folks, if you were expecting like breakdown and analysis of every one of these picks, you're
You
watching,
got it.
You're watching the wrong draft party.
Care about
This
the
is
Browns.
it's a draft party, not a draft breakdown and analysis. Nerd fest.
Nerd Fest. You want a Nerd Fest? Go ahead and watch ESPN.
You want your breakdown analysis? Go read Josh's status here after the draft's over.
We're here to offer conjecture and rumor and innuendo.
Yeah, listen, trust me. I'll be going to Josh's statuses too for my information. I'm not dogging on
Trust
him.
me.
I'm just saying that's where you're going to find that at.
But seriously, when you really do love the Browns as much as I do, you really don't have time for much else as far as teams. I kept a good eye on this round. It'll be even more prevalent to know in hindsight after tonight wraps up where the Browns sit with the two tasty picks to start off night 2. So, I mean, I'm sorry if that doesn't deliver the kind of, oomph that we need right now. We made a pick. I liked it. It wasn't really much. I mean, it's a great pick. Home run, but not really.
No, I know Nate. I know what Nate's doing. He had high hopes that there was a possibility we would get 2 picks in this round that we might trade back up to, and it'd be exciting first round. Now we do got some good picks starting off tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. That doesn't help us out tonight.
No, I was just really hoping they would, just stay put and take the best player available.
He wanted some fireworks, and instead he got some of those little poppers you throw on the
My
sidewalk.
problem is that the impending doom is that pick 21, I think, or wherever the Steelers are at. I'm
Yeah,
concerned
that's 21.
about what they pick.
I think if Shadur's sitting there, it'd be hard for them to pass on him. I really do.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen.
Because if you're the Steelers, who do they have at quarterback right now? They got rid of Russell Wilson. They got rid of Justin Fields. Have they signed anybody? Have they traded for anybody? I mean, they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers, but like, what do the Steelers have at quarterback? I haven't heard any. Oh, they did sign Mason Rudolph. That's right. Rudolph's going to guide the sleigh tonight.
He's gonna do something, all right.
This is not the Rooney's first rodeo.
Oh, I know.
Welcome to the Rooney Rodeo.
I mean, I don't know why I'm even defending Pittsburgh.
Listen, they're not stupid. I mean, damn it.
We'd love them to be. Gosh.
All right.
What if the Browns
Cardinals.
trade with the Steelers? You think that ever happened?
What's that?
Yeah, we're having.
The Browns trade with the Steelers? You think that ever happened?
They have before. Remember, they traded Justin Gilbert to the Steelers. Remember that?
Yeah. Jeez. The first rounder.
They offloaded him for like a 6th-round pick. I think he played like 1 game or something.
The Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Mississippi.
Dang, another tackle.
Cardinals draft Greggy's nephew Nolan.
No.
Stop.
All-American and a finalist for the
Walter Nolan,
That does not fit that dude's head.
defensive tackle from
Look
Mississippi.
at that fucking.
Mississippi.
versatility, guys. You
Well, they had him rated pretty high here.
disrupt the, I think the fit.
Big dude.
Back in Arizona to mentor Walter Nolan.
The Bungles are up.
Player teaching him right, making him understand what it takes to be a professional football player. This is not what Walter Nolan needs. That will benefit him in his career.
Aren't you a good big Bengals fan, Greggy?
Oh, you know it.
Can be as good
Who are they gonna pay?
he can be Dominic Reedy.
They got a couple guys on the board that they could choose from here.
Free techniques. Because a guy like this has to get vertical, that can hit gaps and get to the quarterback.
Those guys congratulating themselves like they won World War II.
They need an edge rusher, though. I'd like Mike Green here from Marshall. I think that'd be a good spot to take him. Shamar Stewart's another good one.
Well, then hopefully they don't take him. We don't want them picking good picks.
Uh,
Tell me who they shouldn't take, and let's hope for that.
dude from Boston College is pretty all right. He'd be a pretty good spot here.
I don't want them watching the stream and getting good ideas from me while they're on the clock.
Greggy, I need you instead of where we're at in the draft to come up with a best available picks graphic. I don't have my laptop next to me. The MacBook.
Why don't we?
You don't
Why
have
don't
it
we,
next to him.
why don't we take a step aside? We'll take a quick timeout. Greggy will come up with that. We'll come back and we'll have all that put
We gotta
together.
we gotta see who the Bengals pick first.
Oh yeah, we'll see who the Bengals pick.
Let's have a valuable team.
We'll run the Bengals pick and then we'll take a step aside. We'll do a little quick timeout.
Not my fault.
It's always your fault, Tommy.
Greggy's.
Booger, you said it. ESPN ranked him the #1 recruit in the country coming out of high school in 2022. And now after an outstanding season at Ole Miss.
Who's texting you?
Celebration is on.
Dakota's at the game. He sent me or he's at the stadium. He sent me a snap.
From Green Bay.
I mean, he sent me a snap from Cleveland Stadium. I'm like, that's the game, you know, but like, whatever.
Nah, that sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
What game?
They're at
That
the
Journey
watch
concert?
party with the Journey concert and shit.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
It's always been about him.
If you would have got the season tickets, we would have already been there for free.
Drop the ball with that one.
But tickets are for Marks. We need credentials.
But I put all that back into this because it's never been about me. It's always been about that.
Let's
You know,
say-
Greggy doesn't use pitch meters in MLB the show.
they would shut your mouth.
What?
He doesn't use pitch meters in
Doesn't-
MLB the show.
no, I use everything is on Legend, except for I just don't play the
Okay.
competitive or whatever. I just play the the regular simulation.
From a baseball game to a show on Max.
And
What do you
Tommy's
mean?
over there spinning the stick around to throw pitches and stuff, and being like, "What do you gotta do?"
What you got?
I'm like, "I'm just holding a button," and he's like, "Well, it's cheating."
How's it cheating? It's playing a game.
He doesn't have to do anything to pitch it. Hold the button until it stops vibrating.
That's like getting mad at somebody for not playing with the stupid mechanics on Madden instead of just like pushing the button.
The
You
new
know?
passing ones.
No, not the same.
Like
those-
those new passing mechanics suck.
If it made it, how do you play MLB?
I haven't played it yet.
How would you play it? Would you rather just throw it in an easy pattern that you can use with your finger to know?
Easy.
How you- It is easy.
Then how come he throws so many balls?
I don't know. How do you throw only 7 balls in one game?
Cause I put the motherfuckers right down the
He
middle.
fucking pounds the strike zone.
Yeah. Fucking Nolan Ryan here.
Don't be jelly. It's called being good, dog. I can't help it that I'm a natural. What does he want me? What does he want from me? I can't put on anything harder than legend.
Meanwhile, I'm swapping 3 out of the bullpen, and Greggy's got still fucking.
Sit him down.
Sit him down. Set him up. Sit him down.
Hey, you gotta admit that first game, the team that I was the Braves, and they were really good. So.
I was a
My pitcher was really
96.
good. You were throwing 101 mile an hour fastballs at me at one point in the one game. I was just like, how am I supposed to hit this?
Class A.
Tommy just likes to laugh at me when I strike. He likes to make me look like a fool.
And that cut by Class A.
Oh, that cutter's nasty if you can't catch up to it.
Dude, he tries to make me. He just wants me to swing at it so he can laugh at me.
102-mile cutter. 102-mile cutter, bro.
Yeah, we were playing that today. I said, I bet Nate would play baseball with us.
Close out.
Hell yeah.
Close out from the 7th.
Oh, you brought him in for a 2-inning save? You brought him in the 7th for a save?
Yeah, it was a close one. Greggy broke it open.
Tommy's like, I ain't taking no chances. Bring in the big gun. Give me the righty.
No, if you the managerial skills and that's pretty good because
Yeah.
He hit a big ass home run. Off of it.
it makes recommendations to warm up a guy in the bullpen or if your confidence shaking and all the other jazz.
I might have to check it out.
As many full counts as I was.
I think we're
giving
playing.
up.
I think we're technically playing last year's game, unless I don't know when the new one come out. But
I think last year's game was free at one point, wasn't
yeah, that's
it?
why we have it. From
Okay,
the
well,
PlayStation
yeah,
Plus
I
or
got
whatever.
that game too.
We got a
Poor
PlayStation
people.
Plus. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid about poor people games. I love
Right.
games. There's the pick. Adam Copeland. Oh, wait, no.
Bengals are expected to stay in this spot, take pass rush help.
Right there it is. He's edge. Shamar Stewart.
Oh, that's a big dude.
Both with Adam Copeland, it was Edge.
The only thing with this guy is like, okay, his numbers are off the charts as far as his like test numbers, his combine numbers, but his production's not really there, man. Like he only had 3 sacks in college.
College.
How you gonna have that? I mean, I don't know.
Well, when you see his highlight film, they can show off 3 of them right here.
They'll show all 3 of them right here.
They're like, well, technically it was 2.5, but
This against college offensive linemen.
College.
Yeah. One say, boy, beat the heel. Hunter.
They record a sack against college offensive linemen. That's what it says.
He's got
you guys want to take a little break real quick?
Yeah, let's take a little break. We'll be back with more of this draft party and coverage. Right on the coverage. Right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks, folks. We'll be back.
What was in Kuiper?
Hyper. Welcome back. Buccaneers pick is in, and a Buckeye off the board for the first time here in the draft as Emeka Ibuka goes number 19 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They get a wide receiver to pair with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
Man,
That's dangerous.
And now he's a good slot receiver for them. That's a nice fit for them. I like this.
yeah, and that conference is not the strongest, so you can see some production out of him immediately. Excuse me.
I know some people didn't have him going in the first round, but I think he's probably the most NFL ready wide receiver in this draft. He's a senior, all-time leading receiver at Ohio State University. That's a big, I mean, come on, that should carry some weight. But his route running is so crisp. The only thing with him is like, I feel like he's probably about as close to the finished product as you're going to get with him. Like, I don't feel like he's going to get much better than what he already is, but I feel like you're going to get a very productive receiver from day one.
They need more shoots coming off the edge in this Todd Bowles defense. Well, Booker, you live in Tampa. You've been telling me all along they were going to go defense. Everyone told me they were going to go defense, and then they did.
The one thing I'll say about him is he's always had somebody to take away pressure from him. So he's seen a lot of single coverage at Ohio State. He played a lot of, slot trick positions in that offense. They lined him up and did a lot of unique things with him to put the ball in his hands. And like, he was good after the catch, but as far as like a deep burner, I don't know if that's what you're getting with him. He's more of like a Cooper Kupp kind of guy. I feel like that's a good comparison for Ibuka.
I don't think that's a bad description or a bad role for him to come into.
No.
As you talked about just a year or so ago, he would be wide receiver one anywhere else in the country. But, even being third in that lethal combination that Ohio State had over their national championship run, I think that's the perfect kind of precursor for what he's going to see or experience at the NFL level. And like you said, Nate, I don't really think that ceiling that may limit a rookie going into the league. You still got to consider that his best is still going to be better than most people's, the best that they got as well. So I'm excited for that young man to see what he's able to do, especially in Tampa. Go Bucks.
Yeah, I will. One thing I got to ask, though, Tommy, is go back to the Browns for a second. After this first round played out the way it did, when they trade down, they take a defensive tackle. Do you think this is what they told Myles Garrett was going to happen? Like, they remember everybody was like, they told Myles Garrett he has the plan. He knows what they're going to do. That's why he came back. I think he came back just because they gave him a good offer. They gave him what he wanted. They put the money on the dotted line, that's what he wanted.
I don't think that you're wrong at all. I do think that the cards that have been showed thus far, to me, doesn't necessarily negate what they've already told Myles or promised him up front on what the organization's plans were to do about winning from here on out. So like I said,
Right.
So far, I don't think they've done anything that scares you off or makes that a situation that that puts that conversation in doubt. But again, I would say 90% of it was more the purse over what the plans were.
Stuff works.
Yeah. What do you think the Broncos do here? You think they take it? You think they take somebody here? You think they're trading out?
I thought number 20 and number 21 were going to be the two most interesting picks in this
Yeah.
draft because of what Pittsburgh really were going to plan to do. But the Broncos, nobody traded up.
Yep, so the
So
picks
no one's
in.
going to try to jump Pittsburgh to try to get a QB if a QB is the priority on the board right now. So we'll see what the Broncos do here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them take wide receiver. That Golden from Texas is still on the board. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
New Orleans. Hey, I'm gonna wait and see who makes a move to get Story Sanders before I start talking about those organizations.
For the Broncos, I really think this may be a foolproof pick in a way.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to say at the 20th pick.
Well, they got there's a lot of talent still on the board here.
Yeah, because again, we've said that 90% of these picks were all interior or played one side of the line or the other, or were part of the line with the tight ends. You haven't seen them stray away from that still in this draft.
Simmons from Ohio State is another one on the board. That Josh Simmons, he'd be a good fit.
Hey.
In some ways, we have the enormous trade at the very beginning. Jacksonville moving up from 5 to 2.
That's a guy that I hope is still there at 33.
In round 1.
You wish. You wish.
Was 3, and that goes back to 1971 is the most recent time. And a lot more than that. The Broncos pick is in.
Is that the comedian Brad Williams? Or am I typecasting?
You're typecast.
It's World Wish Month, and the NFL is proud to support the life-changing wishes that Make-A-Wish grants. Yes.
Isn't it funny that, like, I said something about Jalen Walker being the guy that I would take, and then, like, right after I said that, they start showing him on ESPN, and I'm like, oh, I like Golden here. That's a good pick for them. And they start showing him on the TV. Now he's in the green, you know.
Yeah, no,
It's almost like these picks are a little predictable, you know?
First draft for his favorite team.
Who's his favorite team? The Broncos?
This is which comes true. Take it away, Tim.
Broncos suck.
You gotta hate the Broncos.
I absolutely hate them.
I don't think if you are a Generation Z or Xer or whatever that you can not hate the Broncos and be a Browns fan.
100%.
DB, Texas.
It's a wonderful moment. And John A. Barron, young man, grew up in Austin, much decorated in his final.
Oh, no.
Tommy, you wanted to see some of the best availables that were left?
Yeah.
I got them pulled up here on the screen.
I think Mike Johnson would be top of my list as best available right now. Or Will Johnson, sorry, from Michigan. And they take Barron from Texas. Cornerback. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
He played anywhere in the deep patrol.
Yeah, this is another guy that Steve Sarkisian, the head coach of Texas.
Damn. Wait a sec. So, hang on.
He's a guy who can fit in with everyone.
They're in the same division as Patrick Mahomes. You got the defensive player of the year on one side and Patrick Surtain, and now you just took another corner for the other side of the field to help you lock down both sides of the field because you got to play Pat Mahomes twice a year. So, I don't know.
5'11's a little short for a cornerback in the NFL, ain't it?
That's about what Denzel is. Denzel's 5'11.
Yeah. Little people play in the backfield.
I think I'm thinking of the opposite of just wide receivers being.
Yeah, because wide receivers are usually like 6'3",
Yeah.
6'4", yeah.
We have the trenches for the men.
And obviously, we have had circled for quite some time. Adam Shepard, what can you
Yeah,
tell
he's a
us?
guy who can play like
To the
he can
draft.
play inside, he can play outside, he can play like the slot if you need him to play nickel.
And
So
Aaron Rodgers, one person in the league since they They wondered how that
I think that's a
combination
good pick for Denver, obviously, and that shores up their secondary
Steelers went
for
that route.
a long time to come.
That Pittsburgh is going to go that route.
They still got to pay Pat Surtain, but
Do you think Shador Sanders could name everybody that's in that room with him?
no,
Well,
he don't care.
no friends.
No friends. He don't make friends.
And Jackson don't go alive.
He's just trying to throw touchdowns.
Why do the transition screens or the team selection screens this year look like the old Heart of Ohio sports opening?
Yeah, from like 2023.
Or like the ink's coming off of the helmet?
Uh-huh.
Shador Sanders will finally hear his name called.
Oh.
That went to Seattle for DK Metcalf. They're sitting here with a pick. We talked about
A little bit of commotion going on here. What's going on? I think
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's going to
think
take
his
Shador. I think he's going to be off. I think we're going to have to play Shador Sanders twice a year.
You bring in maybe Derek Clark. How do you feel about Shador at 21, pack at 5? This organization has not had.
It showed that one cousin couple on the screen.
They got their guy. Pittsburgh's got their quarterback here, I think.
Oh gosh.
The AFC loaded with great quarterbacks. You have Bates and Rudolph, and then
What do you think, Tommy?
coming in. But I'm taking Shador Sanders. I prefer him in New
Could be the
Orleans.
start of a long couple
Yeah.
years for a Browns fan.
Shador Sanders, the pass on him at this stage.
It would remind me a lot of what happened when Ben Roethlisberger got drafted because the Browns had a chance to draft him and chose not to
The moment that we hear
twice.
the second name, or will the drop continue? Here
Yeah.
comes Ryan Goodell with the announcement.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Harmon,
Oh,
Wow.
Oregon.
Derek Harmon, defensive tackle from Oregon. So no Shador Sanders going to Pittsburgh. So he's going to drop all the way out of the
I was
first
gonna say,
round
there
now,
must be
right?
something that they saw in him that.
Like
30,
he's not going to anybody in the first round. So I mean,
32?
33.
33?
You take him at 33 and then take Judkins at 35. Come on now. Come on now.
That's a bingo.
I'd like it.
I think tomorrow's gonna be much more exciting than tonight was.
I think so too. I really do. Man, a lot of these guys feel like reaches. Like a lot of these dudes that they're taking in the first round. I bet he's going to be good. You know, obviously he's a Steeler. He'll probably end up being really good. But like, I just feel like some of these dudes, people didn't have them slotted this high.
Position that deep and having a guy that can be maybe Eric McCann Hayward against the quarterback Shador Sanders. They opted for Derek Harmon because they love the fact he could be the next guy to take
A lot of hefty people getting paid a hefty amount.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if they needed a defensive tackle, he was the best one on the board available. If they're just filling need, you know, if you're the Steelers, if you're just out there filling needs in the draft, you know, you're looking at your depth chart and you're saying, which one do I need to fill first? Then yeah, you probably do
Now,
need to
you
fill that
tell me
defensive
this.
tackle position. But I kind of feel like the Steelers have always had this motto of take the best player available. And I just don't feel like he's the best player available. But who knows? Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he's the best player in the draft. Who knows?
Last first-round defensive lineman was Cam Hayward, whom they selected 31st in 2011. So there's the celebration in the Steelers draft room. The question is, when will the next quarterback
Cam Hayward,
come on back and find out?
Derek Harmon,
In Green Bay in just a moment.
TJ Watt.
Yeah, he's definitely more of like a 3-4 end than a defensive tackle.
Official ambassador has opened a new world.
Say, how long do you guys want to keep doing this for? I didn't care about anything besides that.
I was gonna say we could go through the Ravens pick and then just kind of, because I don't think the Browns are gonna trade back up into the first now.
No, I don't see that happening. I just worry that the Ravens pick will be another 45 minutes.
Where do the Ravens pick?
27.
27. Yeah, it could be another 45 minutes. What do you think, Tommy? What are we doing? We doing the full first round here? Or are we just doing?
Rich, full flavored.
We are we done here?
Yes. Award for those.
I'm just as a Browns fan, from my perspective, this is a Browns watch party. And this is kind of, you know, what we've always done in the past. I think last year we did a watch party for the draft and we cut it short at like pick 26, I think is when we stopped. We were like, all right, we're done with this.
It gets to be a long night. I mean, it's already 10:30. We're old men.
It's 10:30. We got a game tomorrow. We got a baseball game. Well, hopefully we got a baseball game tomorrow.
I love baseball.
Columbian and Perkins tomorrow.
Feed. Sorry. I'm a Travis Scott Cactus Jack fan.
Okay.
Huh?
I said, okay.
Because, like, I could sit here and go, who do you think this next team's going to take? And who do you think the Chargers are going to take? But do you think anybody that's watching this cares who the Chargers are going to take? Do you think anybody that's watching this cares who the Green Bay Packers are going to take?
It out, or either doing a react podcast after the Browns pick tomorrow, or maybe get together for those, because those two first picks of the second round are.
What time's that happen at, guys?
I think it's 7 o'clock tomorrow. I think is when they start the second round. So if we do have that game tomorrow, we'll probably have to wait until after and just do like
a react. But if the game gets canceled,
react,
we could probably watch it live.
Yeah. It's looking like weather might push that game off because it's like a 75% chance of rain in the afternoon. And yeah, that field takes a little while to dry up. So they might not have it.
Well, and you know how it is. It wasn't just calling for rain. It's calling for scattered thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Like, if there are lightnings and stuff, there ain't no games.
Yep. But either way,
the
rest of this draft is kind of a dud.
We could have a bonus edition, just like WrestleMania, night 2, 2 for 1.
Too big for one night.
Too big for one night, baby.
I mean, hey, man, we stuck around for a while to see if the Browns pulled anything, and like you said, it doesn't look like anything more has happened in Browns life tonight.
I was just kind of holding out hope that the Browns might trade back up, but
that was the thing is I wanted to see in the first round if there was going to be more quarterback competition to be leery of in the AFC North. The Ravens aren't going to take a QB, and you just watched the Steelers pass on one. So it's kind of they might. I think people are kind of. I still think again if Shador's not there when you take that pick, a Jackson Dart lends himself well. I mean, there's so much that can happen with them two.
I think they like Milroe. I think Milroe would be the guy. If he's there at 33 or 35, that'd be the guy they like.
I want to know what Deshaun Watson breaks in his house when the Browns draft a quarterback.
Hopefully not his ankle.
But yeah, man, that seems to be the bigger story here. So if we're freed up or whatnot, I'm more than happy to hop on another call here and join you fellas to to that or cover that live.
Well, let's revisit this tomorrow night. Let's talk about whether or not it's live, whatever. Let's just come back tomorrow night. Let's talk about what happens tomorrow night in the draft because it's the second and the third round. So Browns have 2 picks in the second round and 2 picks in the third round. So
we should have talked about this during the commercial break so Grady could have got the Batman ending around where like, who will the Browns pick in the second round? The Browns
find out?
Find out next.
Find out tomorrow. Same bat time.
Same whose time. Same whose channel.
All right, that's pretty much going to do it for us. Greggy, you got any final thoughts?
I mean, it got hot in the studio.
I know, dude. It got really hot. Like, what the hell? All these lights on. That's what it is. Tommy, Scarface, you got any final thoughts for us?
Stop.
Did you cut off his audio, Greg?
No, he's pretending to make noise and he's not making noise. He's singing he's just mouthing the words to Batman but not saying it.
Your voice box is off.
Batman.
All right, folks. That's the NFL draft, first round up to the 21st pick coverage. Right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, I made the proper adjustments. I took the word fool off of coverage.
For Greg Kidd and Tommy Hall, I'm Nate Mullins signing off. We'll see you when we see you. Later.
What's up, Cleveland? How about them Brownies, huh?